Fourth graders, as you recall, yesterday we combined 3 different lessons, 1.13, 1.14, and 1.15. And the reason why we combined them was they were all about subtracting numbers. Do you know why there were 3 separate lessons? It's because one lesson was subtracting without regrouping. Then the next lesson was about subtracting with regrouping one time. And then the last lesson was about subtracting with regrouping multiple times. I figured we didn't need to have 3 different days to learn about regrouping. Do you guys agree? Good. I agree too. So today what we're going to do is we're going to take what we learned. Today we're doing lesson 16, okay? And actually, lesson 16 is almost the end of module 1. Did you guys notice in your workbooks you're almost at the end of module 1? There's only up to 19. So what that means is next week we're going to do 17, 18, 19, and then we're going to have our module 1 test. So we're going to have a test on everything we've learned in module 1, which if you think about it isn't that much. Place value, multiplying by 10, dividing by 10, right? We learned about rounding numbers, and we learned about addition and subtraction. Okay, so that's basically what you can expect on your test next Thursday. Okay, but for today what we're going to do is we're going to use tape diagrams. There's those words again. Remember where I told you we're going to use these all year long, tape diagrams, to solve 2-step word problems. That means we have to do 2 steps to solve the word problem. And today, of course, is going to involve subtraction. And like we did the other day, we're going to use estimation to see how reasonable our answers are. So the directions today tell us to estimate first and then solve each problem and use a tape diagram. We use our estimate to know if our answer is reasonable or not. Okay, so let's look at this first problem. You don't have it in front of you, so you need to write down what the question's asking and the important information. A company has 3 locations, so there's 3 different, it's like if there was a Starbucks and there's 3 different Starbuckses. Does that make sense? With 70,010 employees altogether. Their first location has 34,857 employees. Their second location has 17,595 employees. How many employees work in their third location? What is the question asking us to figure out? Kaship?
How many employees will work in the third?
Very good. If we want to find out how many employees are in the third location, Ayelet, what important information do we need? Altogether, yep, there's 70,000. Uh-huh. 34, good. Very good. Very nice. Okay, now that we know what the question is asking and the important information, let's draw a tape diagram. How many employees are there all together in this company? Altogether, there are 70,010 employees. In the first location, this is the first location, there are 34,857. In the second location, there are 17,595. Does that mean that all the rest of them work at the third location? What do you guys think? Yes. Okay, so there's our tape diagram. There are a couple different ways we could solve this problem. What I would like you to do right now at your table group is to discuss. Don't actually solve it yet, but walk through, tell your partner or tell your table group mates, how would you solve this problem? Go. I heard 2 different ways to solve it. Anshul said he's going to add up 34,857 and 17,595 to find out how many total employees work at the first and second locations. Then he's going to subtract that from 70,010. Would that work? Yeah. Absolutely. Someone else said they were going to take the total number, 70,010, and they're going to take away 34,857 to find out how many people, to take away the part that works at the first location. Then, whatever that difference is, they're going to then subtract 17,595. Whatever you're left with at the end is how many work in the third location. Does that way work too? Yeah. So do you see how both of these strategies, there's multiple steps? In fact, there's 2 steps for each one. Do you see that? Today we're solving 2-step word problems. Go ahead and solve it. So we can see that there are 2 steps. First, I added, oops, it was there. And then I had to subtract. Okay? But I hope you see that once you draw your tape diagram, it makes it very easy to see what you need to do. Then it's a matter of being precise and careful with your calculations. This isn't hard, but when there's lots of digits, there's lots of opportunities to make silly mistakes, so be more careful. So for this problem, the first step is to find out how many people went on Sunday, and we can do that by finding the difference between the people who went on Saturday and the amount, this extra amount here that did not go on Sunday. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that subtraction. Now that we found out, we can label on our tape diagram that 10,550 people were there on Sunday, right? So if the question's asking how many people attended the concert on both nights, what's the second step of solving the problem? Well, we need to add the Saturday amount, 12,345, to the Sunday amount, 10,550. If I do that, I can find out that 22,895 people attended the concert on both nights. Again, this is a two-step problem. At first, we had to find out how many people attended on Sunday, and then the second step was we had to find out how many people attended all together. Okay, so as you can see, today's word problems are all two-step word problems.